they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Mayegun, that man too they talk. He do they talk. Say Mayegun diary, he dey hot like pepper. But every day, then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street, they hawk. Still them talk say, make we no talk. But thank God say, Mayegun don't come. So my people make you laugh. Oh, yo, yo, Mayegun don't come. Oh, yo, yo. My people make you shout. Oh, yo, yo, Mayegun don't come. Oh, yo, yo. Mayegun the command of the masses. Oh, yo, yo, Mayegun don't come. Oh, yo, yo. Mayegun diary politico. Oh, yo, yo, Mayegun don't come. Oh, yo, yo. This man. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ dododo. Mayegun diary.
Good evening to you, good morning to you, good afternoon to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Mayegun live, and please let me know what the audio, sounds like, and if we are having issue with the audio and the video as you're watching this, I want to take note of it before we get started. So, good evening.
Mayegun diary politico. Godfatherism.
Thank you so much for joining me then. Now you can share the broadcast. Invite your friends. Invite your not so friendly friends and tell them that Mayegun is live.
Mayegun lawamo dododo. Mayegun diary.
Thank you. Thank you.
Ani esunraki.
Mayegun ti dé.
Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú esunraki.
Mayegun ti dé.
Ani esunraki.
Mayegun ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
I hope Facebook will one day allow my followers to receive notification that Mayegun is live. But for those of you who have received the notification, share it if they will allow you to. On Facebook. Take your time as well to read the caption of the broadcast, the body, which is the description of the broadcast as well. And you can make your own contribution accordingly. Yes, you can, either by commenting your disagreement or agreement, or by phoning in as well to tell us what you think about what is going on. Today, I want to take you through the theory of reverse psychology, brainwashing, gaslighting, and what it takes to see through every Nigerian that we are going to refer to in this broadcast as the Nigerianists. The hypocrisy, the lies that are the ingredients of this breakup and tearing apart that you are witnessing today, and how much they are fueling it, and how much they are also going to escalate it as their desperation for who will control Nigeria if Buhari is going to hand over power to them. I don't want you to get railroaded into the charade without understanding it better. There are those who have made their choices. In fact, they are going to be the basis for my explanation today, or my analysis, as whatever you like to put it as. When I tell you that Nigeria and Nigerians are so divided as it is evident in the way and the position of the country today. Some will tell you, no, it's not that. No, it's not that. It's the leadership problem. It's that one problem. No. We know. We have diagnosed the problems of Nigeria. And at this point, the ideal thing is to possibly clear it enough that those who are giving excuses, either based on ignorance or pretty much like out of complicity in the whole charade, we can make it clearer. Or I would do my best to make that clearer today, rather. How? If you want to know those who hate Nigeria more and those who hate Nigerians more, they are no other people than the one Nigerianist. Because, yeah, we're still all Nigerians. Give me a sec. I've got a disturbing fly in my room. It's going to keep distracting me, but I'm sorry. I will be back in 2 minutes. Don't go anywhere. We'll still come to that. When you meet an average Nigerian, they will tell you this kind of, or make an impression of one country. We are all one. Although we have our differences, we have our challenges, but hey, leadership is the problem. Oh, the religion is the problem. Oh, it is all this tribal, wherever is the problem. They can tell you all of that, but they will never tell you how they are also part of that problem through the social conditioning which many of us pass through. When you meet an average Nigerian, and I mean, if you really meet them in their element, when they want to really be sincere, then you will see through the the division powered by the biases that we have towards ourselves. I'm a Yoruba man. And then I have here other Nigerians who are watching me right now. They will tell you about how Nigeria is one great, this, blah, 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 blah. But if you want to know better, it is when they are having an election. One Nigerianist who believe that the obvious differences which have been so documented, cost us millions of lives, could be managed, right? Without addressing those differences, right? So in their book, we are all one. Let us stay together. But whenever their charade election is coming up, then you can see through them, which is like the season we are now. One Nigerianist, today in Nigeria, we have Nigerians who have seen through those differences, and they believe that the only way we can live together in peace and harmony, right, is for everyone to go their separate way, show the boundary respect, right? Therefore, it means once you cross from one boundary to another, you must be ready to abide and obey by their rules and regulation and all that. Some of us have agreed to that, and we said, how do you do that? You don't have to fight war. The differences are obvious. Let everybody come together and decide if they still want to stay together, under what condition and arrangement, and if they don't want to, let them move on. But here is what I want to point out. Those who are so clear that way and said, let's respect that. How about we do it this way? And all these problems, they may not all disappear, but you can be guaranteed 90% of them, which are man-made, will be gone. No. You guys are I mean, that's not right. Why should we break up? I mean, can't we just stay together? Can't we all just be one? I mean, it's a great country. What is wrong with this Mayegun? What is wrong with these people? Can't all of us come together and elect good leaders that will unite us? But we have told you, you are lying to yourselves, because you know your problem is not just the leadership. All of you see your leaders, they are the reflection of all of you, one Nigerianist, because you are hypocrites. During your elections, I have been seeing it, oh, that's why I'm saying it now. Today, we have, for them to believe that they have upper hand against themselves, fighting for who is going to make Nigeria better, right? Some section of Nigerians are already telling other Nigerians, supposed Nigeria, you see, those who wanted the Obi, they are one Nigerianist. Those who wanted Atiku, they are one Nigerianist. Those who wanted the Tifnumbu, they are one Nigerianist. Abi? So, but when you listen to all of them today, supposed lovely, amazing, united Nigerians, no. Right now, many of those who are not in support of either candidate here or there, they are already being threatened to go back to their states. In other words, go back to your country. That is what Oyinbo will tell you in Italy when he wants to be racist against you. That's exactly what Oyinbo will say to you in Europe, in America, in Canada, everywhere. Today, even Arabs are saying it to you. They will say, what? Go back to your country. Because of their election, their one Nigeria, that's fraudulent, one united Nigeria, is being exposed by the same people who disavow or who disagrees with Nigeria, addressing those differences and let everybody handle their own problems in their own ways, in their own regions, and see if there won't be less hate. Today, in Lagos, they are already telling the Igbos to go back to Aba, Onitsha, including the supposed Igbos who are Nigerians, who are also not just Nigerians, they are Lagosians. This time, they are reminding them, if you think what you cannot try in your states, these are Yorubas now, Yorubas telling Igbos, what you cannot try in your states, you want to come and try it here in Yoruba land. That's what an Italian will tell you. That nonsense you cannot try in your country, Nigeria. You are coming here to come and try it. But guess what? They will tell you they are doing it because they love Nigeria. Now, my own concern is this. There are also another group who are Igbos too. All this nonsense where they talk about Peter Obi. Maybe you should come to Onitsha main market. Come and say it here. If you leave this place alive, all these are happening now. They were supposed to be Nigerians. But guess what? Every one of them that is throwing these darts, they are laying claim to their indigenous identity, which means they identify as Yorubas and they feel offended. They were supposed to be Nigerians, Abi, but now they are Yorubas. They feel offended that anyone who is non-Yoruba in Yoruba land will be bold enough to say they are not accepting Tinubu as president. Like, how dare you? This is Yoruba land. Hold on to that. Oh. Then you see another set. How dare you? Think you can treat Peter Obi like that in Yoruba land? And you want us to treat Tinubu right in Igbo land? Okay, if they born you well too, come to Igbo land. They were all supposed to be Nigerians, but that's the reality, Abi. That is not all. If a Biafran says, give me Biafra, they will say, come and take it now. But when a Biafran or an Igbo man who doesn't even identify as a supporter of Biafra, he is identifying as, he has always been identifying as a Nigerian. Now, among all, people say, why don't they just tackle themselves based on what they can do? I said, no. It is not about what they can do or not do now. The reality is this. You are all molded up or forced together in a country that is so divided that you know about, I know about, and somebody like myself feel like, how about we save ourselves from all those threats and killings? Like, let the Biafrans elect their own representatives that will represent and oversee the resources, the development, policy, security of Biafra. And let you, the Yorubas, who are feeling offended, that the Igbos who are in Yoruba land are they are ungrateful. Because that's what you are treating them as. So, do you know those who respect themselves the more? The people who have seen through the differences. Are you with me? When you see a Yoruba nationalist, somebody who loves Yoruba land and Yoruba people, who respect and understands the culture, the tradition associated with Yoruba people. As I'm talking about the real Omoluabi, Omo Yoruba Tata. He never hates on the Igbos. Have you asked yourself why? Because a real Yoruba son or daughter, they would never see anyone, whether you are Yoruba or non-Yoruba, in Yoruba land, as a threat of any kind. How do you want to do it? They want to take over everywhere. They want to... No. It is Nigeria. They have the right to be everywhere. Just like you have the right to be everywhere too. But when you see somebody who says Yoruba nation, it doesn't see an Igbo man or woman as any threat in any part of Yoruba land. It doesn't see any Hausa man or any non-Yoruba at all as a threat. If not for if not for this Buhari APC, Egbekegbe, and their Fulani armed terrorists, who have now added a whole paint of stain on the Fulanis, the relationship between the Fulanis and the Yorubas in Yoruba land. Nobody feel threatened or intimidated. Because an educated, enlightened, exposed Yoruba man or woman knows that if tomorrow Yoruba nation become its own independence country, there will be non-Yorubas who are also going to come into the country, and they will also work hard, add to the value of the country. They will be prosperous, just like we have Yoruba sons and daughters who have contributed into different economies in the whole world. An educated Yoruba man knows that. And that is why he said, what about we discuss these differences and let responsible people run the countries, because they have always been nations before Nigeria. No. This Mayegun is a problem. This Mayegun is Mayegun is not. You had the problem, because today many of you who professed one Nigeria, you are more vile towards yourselves. You are more hateful towards yourself. You are threatening and bullying yourselves. Sadly, you have added gaslighting, added blackmail, added things, horrible things that are still going to get worse in the name of trying to outdo yourselves. And after your elections, as you will say, you have winners who wins the fight but lost the battle. APC, Egbekegbe, they raised you to be vile, to be hateful, to be bigots, to be fanatics. Guess those you are being fanatics towards? Your fellow Nigerians. Something happened, and I want you to pay attention to the increasing hate, fake news, different things to strike, hateful messages that would then trigger tribal, clashes, religious clashes, and all those things. And when you go when you screen through and you look behind those who are going to be behind that, you will see the people who are also like fellow Nigerians. You need to read them. Do you understand? Maybe some of you are not reading yourselves, okay? I will give you some character role play in my presentation that will eventually possibly know that I'm talking to you, one Nigerianist, whether you are obedient, whether you are an articulator, or whether you are, the Jaga bandits, whichever one you are. If you are looking for how divided, how hateful, how vile Nigerians are, you can see through these three main candidates of political parties for their 2023 charade. Let's start from Peter Obi. Some said that you are about to see the mother, if not grandmother, of all fake news that you have never witnessed before. I'm talking about fake news that will trigger communal clashes, religious clashes, and they are going to be coming from all of these three camps. But there is one that stands out: Peter Obi. Peter Obi movement has become the magnet that attracts all kind of stories created around it by no other people than PDP, APC. And when I started studying that, especially in the last 1 month alone, then I realized that it is not so different from what the self-determination campaigners have suffered in the last 7 years alone, especially the IPOB. It all started from what seemed like a Twitter bant. When a young Nigerian tweeted that he gave Peter Obi until so time if he failed to declare to run for president, he was going to sue him. Then Peter Obi responded with, oh, I don't have any money for court case. Please don't sue me. But I'll think about it. Then fast forward to last quarter of 2021, last year, something happened, right? What was that? Obasanjo started a sort of a solo scouting or something like that for Peter Obi. Why? From those who know, they said, Buhari APC, they have done so terrible job, so bad of a job that even if nobody believed before, now they should begin to. Nigeria is closer to breaking up into different countries than ever. This was Obasanjo's card when he started the tour of northern Nigeria for Peter Obi. He told them, he said, listen, Buhari has managed to show to everyone that Nigeria is not one. But we fought, we died. I mean, people died just to keep this Nigeria to what it is. And if nothing is done, we cannot kiss Nigeria goodbye, even during our lifetime. The Biafrans are gone, and they are gone for good. But Peter Obi could redrive that, that enthusiasm again. I didn't make that up. It got to a point whereby even those who call themselves the Northern Elders Forum, and Go Abdullahi, which they have kidnapped his children and family now, right? They came to the public and said, Obasanjo think he's smart. He's been going from one emir's palace to another, one elder to another in northern Nigeria, telling them that if they want to keep Nigeria together in their lifetime, they should let Peter Obi be their adopted candidate. So they laughed. Afterward, the people that know as well, they said it was the same Obasanjo who started this. This one is not Fabu, because I've heard that many times. They said Obasanjo is one of the American CIA agents in Africa, and he's got that leverage as their asset, so to say. Well. Within that short time as well, Peter Obi was still in PDP. He visited the UK as well. But just before he got to that, Obasanjo also had one or two phobias. As it is going, APC or PDP, it will be Atiku or Tifnumbu, right? The two sworn enemies of Obasanjo, for no other reason than Obasanjo felt like if they had the chance, you can as well begin to worship Buhari now, because you are going to thank him that in fact it was better. That was Obasanjo's style. Now fast forward, the road started clearing up north, everywhere for Peter Obi, and not just the anger of the young people who have not even recovered from the massacre of the NSAS protest, and how the government managed to. Now let's now come to, now the Peter Obi is now a phenomenon. It's now a big deal. And guess what? It is now that suddenly Peter Obi is IPOB. Peter Obi and those who are supporting Peter Obi, they are IPOB members. Guess those who are now really, you know where they are going? They are moving you straight to that tribal path, which I believe to some extent is already there. Now, that putting Peter Obi in that stage, right, automatically put a target behind him. And guess who are those who are putting target behind each other there? The one Nigerianists. How do we tell the world that Peter Obi can never be the president, right? Oh, he's an Igbo man. Oh, he's an Igbo man. And then he can never be Nigeria president. Oh, how do we then make that happen? Remember that IPOB, the government of Nigeria they have spent enough to make you see IPOB as the brain behind the insecurity in Eastern Nigeria. So we can just say Peter Obi is just behind it then. And then, okay, hang on. If we say the Igbos, Nigerians, so remember this again, oh, don't confuse yourself. Oh. Remember that those who are backing all these people, they were supposed to be one Nigerianist, Abi? You that want to leave Nigeria, you are supposed to be the one who doesn't want to have anything to do with any other people from any other place, Abi. But the reverse is the case. That is where the reverse psychology comes in, okay? The Biafrans who have, the IPOB who have publicly demanded for referendum to leave Nigeria, and they have not hide it, right? They respect Yorubas in Yoruba land. Are you with me? The Yorubas who want Yoruba nation, they respect the Igbos in Yoruba land. Because according to them, right, that they are part of Yoruba land today is because Nigeria want them to be. Now, when Yoruba nation comes as well, right, they will still have the same right to live in Yoruba land, under that same freedom that is due every legal human in Yoruba land. So there's respect. The Biafrans who want Biafra, they don't, right, tell the Yorubas in Yoruba land that they will take over Yoruba land from them and all of that, that stuff. They don't make all those. They are always saying, we just want to leave. But when you meet the one Nigerianist, those who are Yorubas, they will tell you, if you are Igbo, go back to your state. Don't come here and come and try nonsense here. The one Nigerians who are Igbos, they will be telling the Yorubas there that we hold this place together and we will make sure, that kind of. Meanwhile, it was supposed to be they were all one Nigerian and they should tackle themselves based on logical differences. But that's not what happened. So when there is no election, an Igbo man is not a threat to a Yoruba man in Yoruba land. A Yoruba man is not a threat to an Igbo man in Igbo land when there is no election, which you are respect and regard. But when there is election, right, you would expect them as, they are one Nigeria now. They are supposed to be one Nigeria. No. You will see the one Nigerianist Yorubas telling the Igbos to go back to their states. This is Yoruba land. One Nigeria doesn't count anymore. Then you will see also the bigoted Igbos themselves. They too will be saying, if them born you well as Yorubas, come and try that nonsense here too. If you are Yorubas, go back there too. We have bigoted Igbos, so don't pretend about that too. They are everywhere. So which is obvious that the only way for you to understand these differences is this period of election. So Peter Obi, to an average Yoruba man who doesn't support, I'm still coming to, because this is where the whole thing kind of become clearer, which is the tribal bigotry that is socially conditioned in many of you. Some of you have outgrown it. They don't bother you anymore. The prejudices are still there. And once in a while, you visit it and open it up and say, but that's how the Igbos does too. Me, I don't have any problem with them. But I just thought that, the Igbos are, that's how the Yorubas are. Yorubas are always like that. Me, I don't have problem with the Yorubas. I'm Igbo. But, I just know that you have been socially conditioned to be tribally or ethnically, be prejudiced that way. But some of us have learned to realize that they are just those blindfold that they put on they cover your eyes with. And the only way to hide it is to pretend to be a Nigerian and one Nigerianist. So what happened? In Yoruba land, I will start with APC, Egbekegbe. If you go online right now or out there, you will see the Lagos Sabobakus threatening, making endless threats on the Igbos, forgetting the fact that they also have Igbos in APC, forgetting the fact that they also have Igbos who are openly campaigning for Tinubu to be president right now. But you see, what tribal prejudice or bigotry, which is bigotry, does to you is that it blinds you and make you see only what you will see. When you see some of these bigoted Peter Obi supporters too on social media, who hide behind their own idea of one Nigeria, and when they look at Tinubu supporters, they automatically see Yorubas. Are you with me? Just same way the bigoted Tinubu supporters, when they open their eyes, they don't see that there are also Yorubas who are openly campaigning for Peter Obi, but because of their socially, psychologically conditioned bigotry, which Nigeria represents, when they see Peter Obi, they see Igbos. And their prejudice against the Igbos, who are supposed to be in their own one Nigeria, should be one Nigerian together. The conditioned bigotry in your eyes will make you, if you are a Yoruba man, bigoted Yoruba man, when you see Peter Obi and the people shouting obedient, now IPOB you go to see. Even when you see Aruna, when you go Nasarawa, go all these northern places and you see them shouting obedient, obedient, your bigoted mind says those are not real. Because the ones you are seeing are Biafrans, IPOB, and you have been conditioned to what? To hate them. Especially now that you feel like if you don't do something, Biafra, somebody from Biafra, IPOB will be president of Nigeria. Hey, how are you going to handle it? Because you have been so bigoted for so long that it is so difficult to snap you back to life, even as educated as you are. Wait for it, too. Then the same thing, too, when you see the Peter Obi supporters, too, the bigoted ones, when they open their eyes and they see Agbado community, the Agbado population, all they see is Yoruba. They, as bigoted as they are, Igbo, or what have you, right? When they look at Kolu, if anybody says anything, some will be surprised and say, Uchena, about this one don't lose. So you are defending Tinubu, you, Uchena, you are not really Igbo. You have said that, some of you have said that freely many times. But to you, I'm not a bigoto. I'm not, I'm just expressing myself. No, you are a bigot. But you don't know. You have been psychologically conditioned to be like that. You know why? Because all your life, you have been made and raised and trained to experience as well as a Nigerian. The true Nigerian has all these traits. The traits that makes them hide their bigotry until they feel threatened or until somebody says, your life depends on it. If you don't do something, Igbos will take over everywhere. Fulani, Hausa will take everywhere. Yorubas will overrun everywhere. Once your bigoted mind, once your comfort is in a way threatened, and the only way many of you feel triggered is elections, and your politicians know better. Your politicians know better. So we know this. But the only surprising one is this. The one that actually is interesting now is this. Peter Obi is Igbo. Forget about Nigerian, all those things. Everybody tell themselves that he is Igbo, he is Biafran. He should be proud of it. He should be so proud of that. Enough that it should even be part of your campaign. If you have a problem with it, as a Nigerian, my brothers and sisters, ask yourself if you have a problem with IPOB, indigenous people of Biafra. That's the full meaning, That's the full meaning of IPOB. Indigenous people of Biafra. You can say indigenous people of Yoruba land. Do you know that? IPOY. Indigenous people of Benue. Indigenous people of Sokoto Caliphate or Arewa, because you are always going to remain indigenous people as traditional, cultural, Yoruba, and everything, every of your tribe. You are always going to be like that, no matter how long it takes. They manage to mix us up. But as one Nigerian, you are one Nigerian when an Igbo man is not trying to be the president of Nigeria. So the surprise here is this. If you want to know why I'm telling you this, I'm trying to educate your mind and paint the picture of your hypocrisy, of your pretense, of your lies, of your hate, of your biles, of your vile, of your every other thing that you have been